unplugged?
Yeah, it's fine.
I think maybe that was me, I think.
It's okay, it's okay.
My name's Tony. I'm the landlord of the Shipton's Inn.
I'm Sam and I'm the chef.
Initially, we took the pub on and it wasn't doing very well. We got lots of ideas of what we wanted to do. And on the whole, we're quite humbled the way things have gone and obviously how busy the pub's been.
It's been a lot of hard work and they didn't really have much of a food offering before, so purely from a biased point of view, the food's really taken off as well, so the two obviously complement each other.
So we're very happy. We didn't expect it to be as busy as what we've seen. For us personally, obviously it's getting involved with the local community.
There's a lot of events that we like to get involved in as much as possible, really.
Yeah. Obviously it's a lot of hard work, but we feel we're getting there and we're getting a lot of repeat custom. We're getting involved with things, and the rewards for us is to see the pub busy and the locals liking what we're doing. So it's very rewarding for us at the moment. Yeah. Since meeting him, the support he's given us has been second to none. He's constantly in touch with us, asking him about how things are going, what can he do to help, is there anything we need. He's been top class, he's really supported us.
Tony's always been front of house manager and I've always been into chefing, you see. And before this we were up in Dumfries and Galloway for 6 months. The job that we went for wasn't really for us. We got to a point in Christmas and we thought, why are we putting in 70, 80 hours a week for someone else when we could do it for ourselves?
The industry, I think it's a way of life, it's not a job. And I think you've got to love what you do. And Sam and I work so well together. Mother Shipton's came on the market, so I travelled down to have a look at the pub and absolutely fell in love with it. Gave the feedback to Sam and said this pub is unbelievable. I got a lovely phone call from a lovely lady called Kerry. She explained that it was like an 8-month open contract, which we thought at the time was an absolute fabulous idea what Admiral did.
It's a good sort of bedding in period.
That's right, yeah. And throughout, corresponded with Kerry about things, and then eventually we met with our BDM. We obviously spoke about the business support agreement and the benefits that came with it, and everything was explained clearly.
We would recommend the business support agreement because you get that backup when you really need it. Everything's really clear, everything is easy to understand. I think the 8 months bedding in period was ideal really because we came into a business that came with a lot of previous history. It's been through a lot of different tenants, hasn't it? But prior to Admiral taking it, that period gave us the time to kind of analyse and make sure before we signed the 5-year lease that was definitely what we wanted. And we had everything that Admiral wanted from tenants, so it works both ways.
Initially, obviously we'd heard a bit of the history of the pub, obviously because we'd done a lot of research, and we knew the pub wasn't doing well, and it was a big gamble. For Sam and I, it was a case of, could we make this work? And the biggest fear obviously would be that it didn't work.
Failure.
Failure, to be fair.
There's always, whenever you take on quite a large venture, there's always that element of doubt.
I think something like that does actually spur you on. So the expectations for us was, well, our first year, hopefully, we can lift the pub and get the locals back in.
With us, we're basically starting from scratch. With it being our first year, we really didn't know what to expect. The first year has very much been a learning experience for us. Everybody makes the odd mistake, and surprisingly, we've not made that many.
Yeah, we exceeded what we thought we'd achieve, and we're very pleased with the outcome so far.
We had to do quite an in-depth business plan, which is understandable.
Quite thorough, wasn't it?
Very thorough, everything from new planning developments, housing areas to the competition in the area. So we had to show that we knew what we were going in for.
It was a great process, to be fair, because it was very thorough. Sam got a personal licence. I'd already got one, of course.
We did have to do the pre-entry awareness.
We did that one, yeah. When we met with our BDM initially, it was quite informal. We met with portfolios, menus, everything else, and our BDM so relaxed. We had an informal chat, we talked about the pub, we gave him our ideas, what we'd like to do with the pub, and it was a great meeting, to be fair. We arranged another meeting. We had another chat, And after about 15 minutes he said, "Oh, by the way guys, just to let you know, the pub's yours if you want it." And then obviously the process went from there.
Do it.
Basically through our experience, and we're just talking about us, but what we found with Admiral is the support, obviously the workshops, the financial things, the accountancy. Sit down with your BDM if you have any queries. Obviously your BDM's at the end of the farm. Obviously the location of where you're moving. Do a lot of research around that.
I think it can be a bit scary, but actually the way the process has gone, and you've been so informed and so involved in everything, it's just made everything easy.
Yeah,
there is that little leap of faith, but
yeah.
It's worth it. It is really worth it.
But I think from initially talking to Kerry to where we are now, the support and everything's been there, and Sam and I couldn't be happier.